this one because this is an illustration by Bawa Muhaiyaddeen, who I would like to honor for bringing many of us in this room together. And he's here, I hope he is.
Well, let's ask him.
Are you here? Okay, and now Bawa, as most of you know, wrote many stories came through him, and not just stories. And some of them were kind of old stories with his own, take on them, and his brand of wisdom coming through those stories. And some of them were illustrations. And analogies, and every possible level of story and song and analogy and metaphor and illustration. He taught us the truth from many, many directions in many, many ways, not to mention just the straight vibration of hearing his voice and the light that would come through his eyes and his being. I hope I make it through the song. It's a little long, but you can sing along on the chorus. Just so you follow, there was an illustration of 3 different types of people who come and seek wisdom. And one comes with a strainer and expects their vessel to be filled, but it's actually a strainer, and the water is leaking out of it as it's being poured in. Another is a vessel that, again, you expect it to be filled with water, and actually there's a crack in the side, and it's leaking out as the water gets poured. And then there's one who goes into the water and splashes around like a water buffalo and just muddies the water that he supposedly came to find wisdom from. And then there's the swan, who kind of takes it into its mouth and sorts out what's good and what's bad and spits out the bad and keeps all the rest. And uses and uses that divine essence to achieve wisdom. And so this is kind of that story, that illustration. Okay, it's called The Same Old Mind. If you've heard it before, you can sing along. It's the same old mind. It's the same old mind. Sometimes we think we beat it, then it grabs us from behind. It's the same old mind. There's a pond of crystal water on a mountain top so high. You look into its stillness, see your face against the sky. Taste a single drop, and there's nothing more you crave. And the blessed ones will gain eternal peace beyond the grave. A seeker came to wash away the pain he felt within. He stepped into the pond and felt the coolness on his skin. He splashed and thrashed around just like a water buffalo, and muddied that clear water with the soil from below. It was the same old mind, just the same old mind. If you spoil that clear water, that's what you're gonna find. Just the same old mind. A pilgrim journey to this pond from a land so far away. She trudged on rugged pathways for 2 years and a day. She dipped her bowl so eagerly, but no matter how she tried, the bowl, it was a strainer, and no water stayed inside. It was the same old mind, the same old mind. A strainer can't keep water, it's just not the holding kind, and you've still got the same old mind. A second pilgrim came and found this lady all distraught. "You fool," he cried, "how could you think a sieve could hold your water? Oh, I've brought a solid jar that's crafted from the finest clay, and lots of this pure water will go home with me today." The lady watched with envy as he walked down on the path. Then suddenly her tears were gone, and she began to laugh. The ground was damp with water from a crack along the side of the solid jar from the finest clay that was the pilgrim's pride. He had the same old mind, the same old mind. His wisdom, it was broken. He was selfish and unkind. He had the same old mind. Our Lady turned around again and faced the sacred pond. And there upon its waters sat a beautiful white swan. She felt a holy stillness as she watched the swan in prayer. She said, "Oh God, I know that there's some wisdom for me there." The pilgrim looked in wonder as the swan she drank her fill. She poured some back into the pond and kept some in her bill. She kept the purest water and let go of all the rest. Her beauty was God's radiance, her life was truly blessed. Not the same old mind, not the same old mind. If we learn to drink with wisdom, it's peace we're gonna find. Peace, not the same old mind. Peace, not the same old mind.